today's video, I'm going to be testing out MEEDEN's new soft body acrylic paints. These are more fluid than your regular heavy body acrylic paint. Grab a canvas and let's begin. To try out these paints, I've got myself a 20 by 30 canvas and I'm going to be doing an abstract kind of beach pastel scene. I have a plastic cling film wrap here, some water, two kinds of palette knife, a flat wedge knife. I'm going to be using mid yellow, titanium white, pale yellow, light pink and orange yellow. Also going to be using pale blue and cobalt blue and a little bit of sap green. Starting off with my canvas, I'm just going to take some water and just splash it on and just very quickly move it all around my canvas. It's a bit messy, you can use a brush to do this, but honestly your hands work just as well. And sometimes I don't want an extra brush to clean. So that's nice and wet. Now we're going to go in. So I'm going to go for a pastel sky. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to unscrew this part here. And I'm going to start placing here. Some of the light pink as well. Just going in small amounts. You can always add later. Pale yellow. Some of the orange. Even if the colours look a bit strong, we're not worried about that right now. And then what is going to turn this sky into pastel is our titanium white. So we're going to really go in and fill that line up. Fill this part of our canvas with white. So we have done the first part, so we're going to grab some plastic wrap and I'm just going to place it down onto the painting. Okay, so now the plastic wrap is there, we can start taking our fingers. Okay, you can use your fingers, you can use your palette knife. But what we're going to do is we want to create this kind of movement with the paint together. Now we might have to go back in and add more paint afterwards. Okay, I can already see that I need to add in more white. So what we're going to do is we're going to peel it back. And we're going to go in and add more white. Just so that all the colours can blend smoothly together. This is a really fun way of playing with colours without... Okay, so now we've got that, we can go back in and we're just going to use our hands and create. And it's completely mess free because our hands are not involved, and so you can kind of get really messy with it and choose wherever you want. And we're going to have this really beautiful Okay, so we've now kind of done our sky. So you can either peel it off or you can drag it up by pulling, which is what I think I'm going to do. I'm going to slowly drag my plastic off and maybe go even now a bit to this side. And then I might just go in and peel it off. And that's what we end up with. And now we're going to do the same thing for the bottom. So we're going to be grabbing some of that cobalt blue. I'm going to be doing more straight lines this time. Okay. And then some pale blue. Okay, and then again, we're going to be going in with the white. Might just do a line of white here on the horizon to blend, and then some white there. This is just for our water. Then I'm going to grab a little bit of some sap green, and I'm just going to place it here just to create something a bit more of a scenery. I'm going to grab plastic wrap again, and then I'm going to pop that down over the paint. And now, using my flat wedge, I'm going to forward and back, forwards and back. You can kind of go over with your hands as well. You just want to play around. You can see here the blue has leaked. I'm going to and what we're going to do for the water is we're going to drag it from the side. So for this part, I'm going to pull and drag it across one way. So I'm just going to to give us, so I'm just pulling it off. And you end up with this beautiful horizon. I'm just going to go in and I'm going to try and remove this by just pulling off that extra paint. Going in with some of that plastic wrap that had the colour. I'm going to try, and I'm just going to brush over. And to create these kind of cloud shapes. So you can take some white and dot them around wherever you want. And then using that leftover plastic, you can go and create these textured clouds. And then you can even just get a bit, blend them out a bit more. Completely up to you. I think what I'm going to do is create some markings with them. Okay, with some of that white, just go into it a bit more, using my fingers. So, if you haven't used plastic wrap to paint with before, I highly recommend you give it a try. So this is the final painting with the new MEEDEN soft body paints. My first impression of these soft body, they are very, very good quality. They are so pigmented. I would even say they're more pigmented than your average heavy body acrylic. You only need a little bit and it goes a long way. They stay wet for a long time. They're not going to dry as fast as your heavy body. I can see myself reaching for these paints non-stop now that I have unboxed them and have painted with them. So the final painting that we did with the plastic wrap effect. Today's first impressions and painting. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.